Good evening, everybody. Hello, this is Adrienne Young of Remnant Warriors Global Incorporated, Chief Visionary Officer, and welcome to tonight's Bible study where we will be talking about the difference between a warrior and a fighter. Hope you're having a good week. Hey, Mama D, thanks for coming on and joining us. For those of you, such as my Women Who War family on Facebook, go ahead and please share the video, meaning click share. Hey, my sister in love. And hey, Lula Watts, go ahead and click share right now. Invite somebody to come in on my Instagram. Girls, how y'all doing tonight? Hey, Son Sarah. Hey, Son Quinetta. Listen, I'm already like, Lord, I should have brought my water up here. Son Sarah, you're going to have to help me get in God. Hey, Willa. Hey, Jasmine. Go ahead and click the share button. I'm going to do the same thing right now. I'm going to go ahead and share it within. Hey, Delois. Yay, good to see you. Hey, Branson's mom. I'm going to go ahead and share this within our Women Who War community. If you are not part of our Women Who War community, come on. If you're on Facebook, please, please, please join us on Women Who War. You can just look up the group. Hey, Delon. And I'm going to go ahead and type this. I can't type and talk at the same time. Hey, Tara. Hey, Latasha. Hey, boys. Y'all trying to come in here? My boy's about to go to bed. Come on in. Say good night. Actually, I'm going to put you on assignment because I need one of y'all to bring me some eternal water out the pantry. You want to say good night? Why do you have your shirt on inside out and backwards? Can you say good night to people?
Good night.
This is my Elisha, my youngest. Don't touch anything because if it falls, honey, we in trouble. Hey, Priscilla, welcome. First time watching. So glad you're here. Go get me some water out the pantry, my eternal water, okay? Thank you, baby. I'm excited about the word. Q says hi. Son Sarah's little boy says hi. He's talking about, hey, like you can see him. Hey, Q, you ain't mad at me. Hey, thanks so much. Hey, Erica, you made it. Hey, Waukesha. Auntie Tamita says, hey, she loves y'all with the love of the Lord. Thanks be to God. I'm still sharing. Hey, Andrea Bostic. Cousin Shonda says, good night. Y'all pray. Long story short, of course, you know, our voices, Lord have mercy. After this weekend, if you were in the building or live stream or even caught somebody like live streaming on Facebook, hit them emojis. Hey, Tawana. Hey, Cousin Stephanie. Because the Warrior Rise Conference was just slap bananas. Come on, you can say goodnight to everybody. This is Emmanuel. He's going to say goodnight.
Hey.
All right, good night, baby. I love you. Hey, Cousin Evo. Hey, Tina. It was amazing. Amazing. Thank you. I love this tea too. It's actually one of those, is it cry cut, iron on? Yep. All right. Erica says she got her notebook. Let's get it. Can I get my church announcements out the way? I did have a great birthday party. Thank you. Yes, I did. I turned 40. 40 for his glory. All right. Hey, Sherry Ann Ellis. I love you. All my Gaffney people. I love y'all. So let me get my church announcements out the way. Y'all know I'm a church child. So first of all, thank you to every single person. Everybody who prayed, everybody who volunteered, everybody who had any part in this conference, whether you were in the building, thank you, baby, you were out the building, hit the door, live stream, you prayed, you couldn't be there, you gifted a ticket, whatever, don't shut it though, whatever your role is. And I'm still in the overflow with you too, Latasha. Whatever you did for this conference, I showed, hey, Letitia, how are you tonight? Hey, Tamita, I really appreciate it because God, let me tell you something. If you felt the glory of God, y'all just hit them. Look, I'm going to hit the emojis myself because it was ridiculous in the building. I'm still blown away of how he visited us. He literally sat down in the worship experience and just blew us away. I've had so many people say, we've been to hundreds of conferences. I've been to the greats, but this is by far one of the best ones. And it had nothing to do with us. Hey, Snazzy Events. Hey, Tiffany. Like literally this conference had nothing to do with us. I have never felt so free. The freedom was amazing. San Quinetta just said, and I want to talk about that. The VIP was awesome. Listen, Lavondelin Sand Kits ain't no joke. You hear me? And she just released a book. Be vigilant about how to war and battle. And she had a VIP special, and she has a special now. Listen, go find her in Wildfire, WILDFIA. And please go find Lavondelin and go ahead and order your book. Speaking of that, she is going to release a teaching for the overflow because she said she needed one more hour with y'all. And I'm going to release that next week. She and I are going to meet about it. and talk about what that looks like. I really want her to come over here and teach. Like, I just want to step out of the way and just feed from her. Hey, Tanea, one day. So for those of you, hey, Diana, who was part of that. Hey, over there, Instagram, love y'all. It was amazing. VIP was amazing, like really. And part of that session, she did release a book, and she is doing pre-orders now. So pre-order your book. Also, if you asked about the Warriors Arise t-shirt, I'm wearing mine next week. It's purple. I didn't want to wear it tonight because you're going to be like, how can I get that shirt? How can I get that shirt? It's going to be available next week. In addition to that, for those who would like to live stream, hey, Courtney, this Bible study is just for you who like missed it and want to be able to watch it again as an online warrior and get the link. We are going to make that available next week as well as an online warrior. Same price, $20, and you get both days. You get the full length of listen, Waukesha would tell you they did a live watch party at her house, and literally they were slain in the spirit at her house. My brother said he caught like the tail end of Saturday because he was doing a lot that weekend. And when Cat Puns did the wave anointing, he said he was in a gymnastics event. He said he literally took off running in the corner and started shouting. Y'all know we prayed that whoever was in the building would get the same experience of those who were in the house. So even now, I rewatched it that Sunday morning with my BFF, and I don't even know what happened. Like, we relived the whole thing again. My BFF was crying. I was crying. It was ridiculous. Hey, Sharmika, hey, classmate, good to see you. So it was amazing. Amazing. So that will be available for those who bought a ticket. Whether you were general admission or VIP, you will also get the live link for free as a way to say thank you, so you can relive that moment, go back and study the word. That will also be put out. Hey, Pastor Mo, next week. For those who ordered this book, listen, whether it was the ebook or you got the hard copies. Speaking of which, the hard copies are sold out, and I'm just contacted the printer to reprint some. And for those who ordered it, you will get one. It might take a week. Just bear with us. I've had women who didn't even come to the conference say, can I please have this book? Y'all, this book really changed my life. It is your 7-day battle plan for life after the conference. My mom said yesterday she was able to use the book for we call it Abundance Clean Sweep process. And cleaned the house and cast it out. Anything was in there, and took her oil, consecrated it, and walked through the whole house. She said it took her a couple of hours. And she said she was exhausted. But when she said it was so free in the atmosphere, this book teaches you that. I'm going to be teaching from this book actually in February. So please get it. Even if you don't, you won't miss a lot. But if you have it, it'll be much better. So give me a couple of weeks. And I want to make sure people who have a hard copy can get it. But if you like an ebook, you'll get an instant download as soon as you buy it. And that is at bit.ly. Somebody please put this in. Hey, Melissa, I'm talking about our book. Melissa wrote it. That's her right there. Melissa. bit.ly/Warrior Battle Gear. Hey, Ingrid. Warrior Battle Gear. If somebody would type that in, or you can go to adrianyoungministries.org and just click on Warriors Arise products and it'll pop up. Last thing, battle charms. I got 2 things. People have been like ordering like crazy. I shut down the PayPal. I'll send you an invoice thing because it was overwhelming. So God gave me a store, and I already put all the products are in the store, and all of it is yes, it is based off of the fact of the different women that we're going to be studying. We studied JL. We're going to deep dive. Hey, Rosho, good to see you. I love you. We're going to deep dive into JL. And we made a charm for her. It says warrior, and then it has, I can't even see. Let me just take these off because it's getting on my nerve. Can y'all see that? Where I need to go in the camera. So if JL is the one with the sword, so that's when you want to war like JL, you do that. When you need to be like Hannah and unlock the warrior in you with the prayer. Sophia, go ahead and order one online. And then with Esther for the royalty as a warrior. We're going to be studying these women deeply, deeply, deeply over the next couple of weeks. But the battle charm is also if you need prayer. If you're at, how good, I love you, JL. If you need prayer and you literally can just take a picture of that charm, do #WarriorsRise18, and we're going to join you on the front line in prayer. We truly believe in warring together, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight, how the difference between fighting and warriors and what we need to do to war together. So that's one other thing. You're asking about the next conference already. Y'all trying to make us do a conference in spring. The devil is a liar. Do y'all understand how hard that is? We took a year of praying and fasting to get through this one. But we are going to do one in 2019. Trust me. And so far, all I keep hearing from God is Atlanta, Georgia. So hopefully we'll be in Atlanta, Georgia for Warriors Arise 2019. We will be doing prayer gatherings in between that. I am going home to my hometown of Gaffney, South Carolina. Jesus, y'all, they found a man hanging from the tree last night. Last week, 4 people were murdered. Well, one person died, one person got killed, one person killed himself, and somebody got shot in one day. And their ages were 42, 38, 39, and 33. So I'm going home to Gaffney first. Hey, Roderick, I love you, cousin. I'm going home to Gaffney first to do a prayer gathering. And then wherever else God leads us, we will definitely be there. Oh, the Lord is going to make me release this. Hold on. Oh. So, girls, I need you to pray about something, and then we're going to get right into this word. 5 seconds. Women Who War is amazing. Amazing. And if we ask you, where are you from, for a purpose, because we want to build Women Who War groups and chapters in different cities and states. So start letting us, what I'll do is I'll create a survey so we know where everybody's from. So if you see that you need a prayer gathering in that area, you all can start it, and we'll be happy to help. I'm very serious. Like my mom, without even me telling me, she's already started a Gaffney group. She was like, the Women Who War can get together in the Gaffney. There's going to be a gathering in Gaffney. Love you, Vivian. And hey, Quantine, I love you, best friend. And so we're going to do it. So if you're in Atlanta, if you're in Virginia, we have like 4 sisters from New York. We have some sisters from Florida. We're going to have Women Who War chapters all around the globe. I can't tell you the vision that God has already showed us about this. I can't release that right now. I will, Anna Mays. I'll bring some charts. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Yes, Lord. I'm telling you, we will go all over this world. We're already going on international Trinidad Tobago. Seriously. So I just hope you all are ready. Ohio. Will, are we coming? If you're from, listen, I'll create it tonight. God's willing. The creek don't rise if my eyes are burning. I ain't slept for 2 hours the past couple of days. We would love to be able to have chapters in Simpsonville, Greenville County area, in Charlotte and Rock Hill and Fort Mill area. It's time. We just want to be trailblazers and have Women Who War all across the world. All right? Okay. I think 2 things. One more. I'm sorry. I got to get my church announcements out of the way, because when I start teaching, I don't want to be doing this. Kelly E. Lane, if you did not watch her live this morning, she has been a blessing to our whole Remnant Warriors Global. She is like, literally, I was sitting on my couch bawling, watching her live a year ago. They are getting a building. They need a headquarters. You know, they're doing big things. They want prayer clinics. They want prayer lines. And they are asking, and I will get with you, Erica, for the building. If they had 1,000 people, I think, donate $78, they could lease it out for the next couple of years. So, let me tell you, I don't care if it's $7.08, 78 cents, $17.80, whatever you want. Look, partner with another sister. Partner with another sister and say, you got $7? You got $7? I mean, and sow into this good ground. I've already sowed my seed. My team has sowed their seed, and we've sown on behalf of Remnant Warriors Global. Go to Kelly E. Lane /Warrior Nation on Facebook. You can click the blue donate button, and you'll be able to sow into her ministry. Okay, do that ASAP. I'm gonna tell you now. My tribe would tell you, a couple of us sowed even before she said to do that. And in 24 hours, I was literally getting checks in the mail. And I don't do it for that reason, but I do. I will, Miss Vivian. I'll make sure that I type in, whoever's doing the typing tonight, please tag Kelly's ministry in here, and I'll go back and edit it. All right, $72 is $72. Okay. All right. Y'all ready for the word? Let's get ready. God, you are amazing. You are so good, and your mercy endure forever. You are El Gabor. You're the Lord, our warrior. You teach our hands to war, Lord. And we thank you for this word tonight to explain the difference between a warrior and a fighter. Now, God, I'm going to be real with you. I'm fatigued. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. My voice is fading. But I'm so grateful that it ain't going to be me teaching tonight. It's truly the Holy Spirit. He has free reign to do whatever he wants to do in and through this atmosphere. I pray for everybody watching this live and who will catch the rebroadcast, that this will speak to the depths of their souls, and they'll be able to just hear from you, God, and feed on this word. Lord, many of us are still full from this conference. We are truly in the overflow. And I thank you so much, Lord, for these women and those men who are probably watching along with us, and their daughters, our princess warriors. So God, I bless them tonight. I pray for a rhema word, God, fresh revelation, even as I'm speaking, God. Download everything into me so that it can hit the bullseye. I declare and decree that every ear is in tune to the frequency of my voice, and they will hear everything that you ordained them to hear. I thank you there won't be any confusions. I shut down every plan of the enemy. I unlock the warrior and every sister watching, so that we be women who war instead of women who fight. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. Thank you, Des, for donating to Kelly. I appreciate that. You better pin that, Rashonda. Who pinned? Listen, y'all, we're going to Trinidad and Tobago. Get your passports. We are going to Trinidad. Hey, my beautiful Ambrosia. Auntie A loves you. Yes, y'all, please pray for my voice, because I am preaching Sunday on top of all this. I get to preach Sunday. And y'all know I go all out. I don't halfway do anything. All right. So at the conference, hey, Zari, I love you. At the conference, one of the things that God did was he downloaded the difference between a warrior and a fighter. A warrior and a fighter. Because he was telling me we as women have the tendency to fight instead of war. Oh, people are asking where I'm going to preach. At my church in Fort Mill. Y'all showing out. I'll be at Fort Mill, South Carolina at Refreshing Word Church. That's my church. I'll type in the comment. I'll find it and type in the address. It'll be Sunday at 10 a.m. We'll try to live stream within Refreshing Word. If not, I'll go live on my personal page. All right. So back to what I was talking about. Preaching at my church where I'm a member. There's a difference between warring and fighting. This is going to help you. Literally, I was laying in bed and God downloaded all of this. I told my spiritual mother, I ain't Google nothing. I didn't ask anybody any questions. This is exactly what God gave me, and I want to give it back to you. So if you're taking notes, listen carefully. So with fighting, there's a difference between warring and fighting. With fighting, there is no plan, and it's spontaneous. I was telling them sometimes people do plan to fight, like boxers plan to fight. Absolutely. And there are some people who, after school, y'all better get with such and such. We're going to fight. But most of the time, fights are spontaneous. If you've ever fought your spouse, like me, if you ever fought a sibling, fought somebody else that you didn't even randomly know, you realize this is not saying, okay, I'm going to walk over them. I'm going to snatch, unless you're really bad in the spirit realm. I have did that. I have planned in my mind what I was going to do to people. Y'all pray for me. But most of the time, it's not planned. It's very spontaneous. But when you war, it is a well thought out, well planned out. The attacks are very strategic. Like you literally have a battle plan. You do it, God. He's teaching me. I'm thinking about every time I watch a film. If you watched War Room and they flash back to where there was an actual war and the captain and the generals were literally standing and looking over something like this. They had the battlefield plan all laid out. The blueprints were there, and they knew, okay, we're gonna attack from here, and then we'll go down to this river and we'll cross this way. Like literally very strategic. There was no let's see what happens when we get there type thing. Warriors plan things out. You don't think about, no, you are literally strategic on your attack against the real enemy. Y'all know that, right? The real enemy. With fighting, a fighter reacts like immediately. They'll punch, they'll say something with their mouth, roll the eyes. I'm going there tonight. A fighter reacts, but a warrior responds. A warrior responds. When a warrior is attacked by an enemy, come on, David. Anytime David, when he was with Goliath, and Goliath came out there with all that talking, smacking, and all that kind of stuff like that, David did not say, He literally, let me go there in the scripture. David didn't lose his mind and just run out there and start fighting crazy Goliath. Lord, help me to find this story. Come on, First Samuel. All right. Let's go to verse 8. Chapter 17. All right. You so crazy, Eric. Don't make me throw the shoe at the screen. 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 8. All right. Goliath stood and shouted a taunt across to the Israelites. Why are you all coming out to fight? To fight. He said, I am the Philistine champion, but you're only the servants of Saul. Choose one man to come down here and fight me. Okay. All right. Fine. Verse 12. Now David was the son of a man named Jesse from Bethlehem in the land of Judah. Jesse was an old man at the time. He had 8 sons. His 3 oldest sons had already joined Saul's army to fight the Philistines. So David was the youngest son, and David's 3 oldest brothers stayed with Saul, but David went back and forth so he could help his father with sheep in Bethlehem. So here, David is in the field training. God had David behind the scenes in the field in Bethlehem while his 3 brothers who were trained to fight on the front line was in the front line. So he got David in the field, brothers in the front line. You got Goliath taunting, talking junk, come fight me. All right. For 40 days, every morning and evening, the Philistine champion strutted in front of the Israelite army. 40 days. One day, Jesse said to David, take this basket of roasted grain, carry them quickly to your brothers, give them all the stuff. David went down. He left his sheep with another shepherd and sent out early in the morning with the gifts, just as Jesse directed him. Let's talk about how obedient David was as a warrior. You don't have time to be mouthing off at the captain. You ain't got time to be disrespectful. Whatever the assignment is for you to do, warriors obey. They carry out their assignments. So he arrived at the camp just as the Israelite army was leaving for the battlefield with shouts and battle cries. So listen, David arrives just as the army was leaving for the battlefield. So he's going to hear shouts and battle cries. And soon the Israelite and Philistine forces stood facing each other, army against army. David left his things with the keeper of the supplies and hurried out to the ranks to greet his brothers. As he was talking with him, Goliath came out, and David heard him shout his usual taunt to the army of Israel. As soon as the Israelite army saw him, they began to run away in fright. They scared. You train to fight, but not to war. Because fighters will run from a fight. Warriors will sit there like, oh, I'm about to take you all the way down. I'm not about to run for you. Your little taunts, your little imps, devil, your little getting on my nerves, your little lies ain't about to run away from me. I'm not about to run away from your foolishness. Because I've been built for this. I've been spending a lot of time with sheep that don't even belong to me. And I'm equipped. When a bear ran up on my sheep, I got him. When a lion ran up on my sheep, I got him. So come on, bring it on. I don't care how tall you are. I don't care what your title is. I don't care how many battles you have fought. Listen, I've been assigned to take you down. That's what warriors do. David asked the soldier standing by, what will a man get for killing the Philistine? All this kind of stuff. And so listen, my point is David did not run on the field immediately. He started asking questions. He started strategizing. He started getting information. Let me help you, my sisters. Whenever you are faced with a Goliath in your life, and to be honest, many of you are facing a Goliath represents for you something you were not even supposed to fight. It's not even your fight. You were minding your own business, tending to whatever God assigned to you. But because you were so faithful in what God assigned to you, he said, you know what? Nobody else is going to step up. So Tad, you're it. And I'm going to send you out to fight the Goliath that actually Saul's supposed to be fighting. That part right there. So you are assigned to fight him. David is asking questions, inquiring. All right. He says, what will they get? And they said, oh, you'll get a reward. Hold on. Instagram about to go on to glory. Y'all pray. Hold on, Instagram. Lord, Instagram, y'all won't stay on 5 seconds. Hold on, let me plug y'all in. How y'all doing? Hey, Fred Love. Hey, Excited. I don't know y'all's real names. I'm reading your handle names. I'm going to put y'all down here so you can see. God bless you. All right. So here we go. Then David's brother started tripping. What you doing here? Why you doing here? What about those few sheep? I'm like, see, the Gaffney in me would have rose up and said, listen, I'm out here actually handling y'all business. Don't be asking me what I'm doing. What you doing? But the Gaffney ain't in him. What are you doing here anyway? Blah, blah, blah. David replied, I was only asking a question. He walked over to some others. In other words, he said, listen, I ain't got time to fool with you. I'm going to ask this one question. Then he left and went to somebody else. He went to others and asked them the same thing and received the same answer. Meaning, David, warriors get confirmation. This is blessing me. Lord have mercy. Warriors get confirmation. You don't just pop off and do something. You say, let me get this and access this situation really good before I enter into something I'm not supposed to enter. Let me make sure I have all my data and my facts straight. All right. So he said he went to another and they asked him the same thing and he received the same answer. Then David's question was reported to King Saul and the king sent for him. Let me tell you something. You have no idea who's watching you. You have no idea who's hearing and around you. Here David was asking a question and his question got sent back to Saul. Give me a revelation about that, God. When you keep asking and keep proposing, it sends a persistence in you and people will come to people who are persistent. God, let me tell you, he just said it. He said, I like persistence and it gets people attention when you're persistent because they know you're serious. They know you're serious on the battlefield. His asking got reported to the king. So verse 32 says, don't worry about the Philistine, David told Saul. I'll go fight him. Don't worry about him. I'll go handle this. And so, don't be ridiculous. Saul was like, wait. Don't be ridiculous. There's no way you can fight this Philistine. You're a boy. He's been a man of war since his youth. This literally says he's been a man of war since his youth. I don't care how long. I don't care. This David. Verse 34, New Living Translation said, but David persisted. Baby, as a warrior, you persist because you know you're equipped to handle it. This is why David persisted. He said, I have been taking care of my father's sheep and goats. Come on, David. When a lion or a bear comes to steal a lamb from the flock, he didn't say if. He said, when this happens, I go after it with a club, meaning he know what his weapon is. This is blessing me. I ain't even got through the second point, Jesus. He said, I go after it with the club, my weapon, and I rescue the lamb from its mouth. And if the animal turns on me after I done finished my assignment of rescuing my sheep, if that animal decides to turn on this warrior, I catch it by the jaw and club it to death. Jesus! God, this is blessing me. I got to get off of here because I ain't going to have no voice for Sunday morning. Yes, I am. I am going to have a voice. If what you are rescuing something from decides to flip on you, let me tell you what you going to do. You going to get the weapon and club it to death. Listen. When we were at the conference and we talked about JL getting that tent peg and that hammer, and we were saying, you have to die today. That's what David said. When that doggone thing flipped on me, I got my club, got it in the jar, and I clubbed it to death. That's what I'm talking about. Warriors don't wound people. When warriors come out to war, we come out to win because you know we don't fight for victory. We fight from a position of victory. So warriors, my sisters and my brothers, we come to kill. Y'all better listen. I ain't got time. I'm not going to fool up with this devil for 40 years. I'm taking this joker out. Do you hear me? I like that. We come to win, not wound. That's good. Son Sarah, write that down. We come to win, not wound. I'm telling you, I don't have time to play games. I don't want you to think you can just come back in my house later. Because let me tell you something, little devil, your little imp, your little demons that's been assigned to my child. When I come against cancer, you're not coming back in my house. When I come against asthma, you're not coming back in my house. When I come against depression, you're not coming back in my house. I'm here to take you out. Okay, let me. Verse 36 says, I have done this to both lions and bears. Last time I checked, bears are really huge. Last time I checked, lions could run and pounce on you and you done. I have done this to both lions and bears, and I will do this to this pagan Philistine too, for he has defied the armies of the living God. The Lord who rescued me from the claws of the lion and the bear will rescue me from this Philistine. Persistent. He said, let me tell you about my strategy. Let me tell you about my training. I know you might have trained your little people out here on this front line, but honey, I've been in with lions and bears. I don't know how y'all train, but I have been through some extensive training. And let me tell you, I ain't never lost a fight. This is what Saul said. All right, go ahead, and may the Lord be with you. He said, may the Lord be with you. He said, and so Saul gave David his own armor. We know the rest of the story. And David put it on. He strapped a sword over it, and he took a step or two to see what it was like. Let me tell you something. Do not try to fight in somebody else's weapons. Don't say, oh, Adrian, when she fights, she goes, ba, 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 ba. Listen, you don't put my armor on. Put your own armor on. Do not. Listen to me carefully. Do not mock what you see. Get your own warrior strategy, because you sure don't want the demons I've had to deal with. Saul I know, but Paul I know, Jesus I know, but who are you? Honey, fight in your own armor. Somebody please type that in. Fight in your own armor. David had enough sense. He took one step, two steps, and nah, boo, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. This ain't for me. He did it to see what it feels like. And he never worn such things before. I'm not going to go there. He said, I can't go in these. I'm not used to them. Don't ever let somebody put something on you that you're not used to. Don't ever let somebody say, this is exactly how you do it, because it worked for my marriage for 20 years. This is exactly how you should do it. Now, when I raise my kids, listen, don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. If you ain't never worn it before, it not work. What works in my marriage might not work in your marriage. What works how I raise my kids as a fight in your own armor. That's going to free about 30 of y'all, because you have literally tried to do it the way everybody else has taught you to do it. And it ain't working, because that's not what God gave you. Listen, David said he took them off. And he picked up, come on, Rosho, 5 smooth stones representing grace from a stream. He picked up the weapons he knew he could fight with and put them in his shepherd's bag. Then, armed only with his shepherd's staff and a sling. Who beats a doggone giant with a sling and a shepherd's staff and 5 smooth stones? He started across the valley to fight the Philistine. I was not supposed to say all that. But I hope that helped you tonight. And let me just let you know, the reason why David picked up 5 smooth stones is because he knew that Goliath had 4 other brothers. He said, so if they come out here, you read it further on the scriptures. You go and I think it's in Numbers. It talks about how Goliath had 4 other brothers. So David said, you come to me, you want to, I'm going to take all 5 of y'all out. All right. I got through 2 points of the difference between a warrior and a fighter. Woo, my God. I got to get off of here. Okay, let me give one more point, and I got to, because if not, I've got to I gotta save my voice, and I have class tomorrow night on top of that. That's a whole nother issue. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. He said those stones were chosen intentionally. All right, last thing. I started talking about how a fighter reacts and a warrior responds. So we got that now. A fighter is between you and the other person. With a warrior, it's collaborative. That's why David sought out and talked to everybody. That's why he went to King Saul And he got the strategy. It includes soldiers, armor bearers, artillery, and personnel. If you read later on in the story, David had all that. He never went to battle by himself. Last thing I'm going to say, then I got to, Lord have mercy, I got out. Fighters, sometimes it's a selfish fight. You're looking out for just number one. You're looking out for yourself only. A warrior, it's more than just you. But for those connected to you and those who are in your assigned territory, and the warriors cover one another. How do I know that? When David went to war against Goliath, he did it because he said, I have done this to both the lions, and I'll do it again to this pagan Philistine. Why? Not because he's messing with my brothers who are acting a fool. Not because he's coming against you. But he said he has defied the armies of the living God. He messed with my God. And so all y'all that's attached to this war right here, y'all all we gonna win because he messed with the man, with the God who was literally in the fields. When David is by himself, you know he was out there talking to God the whole time. He probably said, God is my BFF, so you're not about to mess with my God. Didn't I tell y'all at the conference, God takes it personally when the enemy attacks you because it's like he's coming against him. And David took that same thing on. He was like, he's coming against my God, the one who rescued me from everything, the one I worship and adore. And I will not allow him to come against the one I know who loves me, who I worship. The devil is a liar. I got this. Nobody going to talk about my God. Let me read this and we're going to go. I love, how, the Philistines started talking all this junk about, you a dog, whatever. David replied to the Philistine in verse 45. You come to me with sword, spear, and javelin. He said, you come to me with all these physical weapons, but let me break you down what I'm about to come with in the spirit realm. This is blessing me because a fighter will try anything and hope it works. It will pick up any weapon that's in their hand immediately. But a warrior knows what works and what doesn't work. A fighter has weapons that mostly is in their hands, but a warrior, it depends on the type of war they're in and from what distance to make contact. So he said, listen, you coming to me with this sword, this spear, and this javelin, but let me tell you about my weapon. I come to you in the name of the Lord of heaven's armies. Come. Y'all fist bump me right there. He said, I'm coming to you in the spirit realm. I'm coming to you in the name of the Lord of heaven's armies, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defiled. And today the Lord will conquer you. The Lord, not me, because a warrior knows who's fighting for him. A warrior realizes it's nothing that I can do. A warrior realizes that it's more for me than it's against me. A warrior realizes that it's the Lord. It's his battle. He said, today the Lord will conquer you and I will kill you and cut off your head. Jesus. In other words, the Lord gonna start it, but I'm gonna finish it. My God. This sister is blessing me. And it said, warriors go in the name of something bigger than themselves. Warriors, somebody type that in. I don't ever want to forget that. Warriors go in the name of something bigger than themselves. We ain't got time to say, you got this, no, I'm coming to you in the name of Jesus, who you defied. And he gonna take you out. I'm gonna cut your head off, and this is a done deal. It's a wrap. And let me tell you why he says this. Then I will give your dead body. He prophesied this whole thing. I will give your dead body to the men, to the birds and wild animals, and the whole world will know. The whole world will know. Warriors are global. Ooh, this is blessing me, Jesus. Warriors don't just think about themselves. They're 2 and they're 3 and they're 4 and no more. Warriors war for the nations. We global. That's why we're going to Trinidad and Tobago. That's why I'm going to Gaffney, South Carolina. That's why I said, Lord, you put me in Africa, China, Antarctica, India, whatever. Because the Bible says And the whole world will know that there is a God in Israel. Come on, Jesus. He said, and everyone assembled here will know that the Lord rescues his people, but not with the sword and spear. This is the Lord's battle, and he will give you to us. David, God bless you, brother. I'm going to find David. Y'all going to look for Jesus. I'm going to find David. I'm fist bumping this man. He said, everyone assembled here will know that the Lord, y'all need to put the Lord rescues me. He rescues me, but not with a sword and a spear. This is the Lord's battle, and he will give you to us. And y'all know what happened. Goliath moved closer to attack him. David quickly ran to meet him, because we ain't scared of nobody. We ain't backing off from you. I'm full speed ahead. He ran to him. David quickly ran. He reached to his shepherd's bag, took out the stone, hurled it, pop, sank it in there, fell face down to the ground. David ran over, pulled Goliath's sword, the thing you can't. Oh, Jesus. I just heard the Lord say, y'all know that David used Goliath's sword to cut his head off. So the thing that the enemy is using against you is going to boom around back to him. The very lies that are told on you, the very people who have stabbed you in the back, you will use the weapons that they use against you to cut off the enemy. I'm done. I got to go, because if not, yes, warriors. I have that in my notes somewhere, sisters. Warriors are selfless, not selfish. We fight for each other. I said that at the conference. I said how we really will take a wounded warrior and put that wounded warrior on our back and fight with that warrior on our back before we do anything. We don't leave warriors behind. I gotta get out of here. All right. Last point. Warriors, what Millie said is, fighters have no preparation. They just take off, swinging, hoping for the best. But warriors are prepared. They recognize the difficulty, yet they take solace in knowing God is in the fight with them. And God is fighting for you. Type that in. God is fighting for me. He is truly, you can't lose with God. I got to get out of here. God bless you. Listen, thank you, Instagram, for joining. And especially to me, sisters, y'all been typing in some good stuff. Let me say, y'all done blessed me, y'all. Instagram done blessed me tonight. Y'all been a blessing. I don't think I have any more church announcements. I think I'm good. I'll go over some more announcements. God bless y'all, Instagram. We'll see you next week. God's willing, the creek no rise. I really appreciate all your feedback. I really, 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 really wish I could save your comments. God, I wish I could save your comments. But that's okay. Y'all be good. God bless your bones. We'll see you next week. Good night. Listen, Facebook, y'all done like triple. Y'all almost at 100 people. Y'all wasn't playing tonight. Wasn't that wonderful? Wasn't that amazing? I planned 0 of this. It's called extemporaneous preaching. I really thought I was going to talk about J.O. Okay, she says the question, is God fighting with me or fighting for me? I think he can do both. Because if you look in the book of Judges chapter 5, let me go there right quick. When Deborah was with Sisera, and not with Sisera, when you read her song in chapter 5, she said, Lord, when you sent out from Seir and marched down across the fields of Edom, the earth trembled, the mountains quake. And she talked about how the stars fought from heaven and how literally God caused it to rain. So he was fighting for them. And in my opinion, with them, with even like the natural things, the weather, he caused it to rain. There's another scripture, I think it's in Psalm Is it 81? And it literally talks about how the Lord stepped down from heaven, pushed the curtain back, and came down to fight. So he can do both. He's sovereign. He can fight with you or for you. So that verse in Judges 5, it's just read all the Judges 5. And verse 4 talks about how he marched across the field. And then, sorry, I apologize for having my head down. Where's it about the weather? Verse 20 talks about the stars. Verse 21 and 22, it said the horses' hooves hammered the ground, galloping. And it said, let them be utterly cursed, because they did not come to help the Lord against the mighty warriors. Because literally a nation was cursed. The people of Meroz, M-E-R-O-Z, they were cursed, said the angel of the Lord. Let them be utterly cursed, because listen to this, they did not come to help the Lord. To help the Lord against the mighty warriors. Wow. So nations get cursed when they don't come along in the fight. So you read all of that, you'll see how the Lord steps in to help them. He literally, there's another story how he jammed the wheels of the chariots and they couldn't move. God is amazing. He is truly El Gabor. He is truly the Lord who fights for us and wars for us. All right, any other questions? I'll have to go back and look and see if you have any questions. If you're not part of our Women Who War community, please join like yesterday. And then I think I'll go back and edit and post the links to all that kind of stuff for Kelly Lane's ministry, for the battle charms, for the 7-day battle plan book that we'll be teaching out of this probably towards the end of February. I want to make sure we have enough time to get the ebook and the hard copy to those who did that. All right. I think that's all. Let me check with my bosses. Bosses, let me know if anything else. We'll release the t-shirts next week. We got to count and see how many are left. And we'll put that on the Remnant Warriors Global site, if I'm not mistaken. Make sure you invite somebody to Bible study next week here live. And for those who are catching the replay, thank you so much for sharing it. And getting the word out about God and how amazing he is. We do have a YouTube channel out also. And so what we'll do is download the videos and put them on YouTube. So for those who are not on Facebook, if you have some family members that are not a part of Facebook and they want to watch the Bible studies, we'll do that. We used to be old school and do have a call, like literally we could have a phone and teach the Bible studies that way. But yes, we need glitter shirts. I agree with that, cousin. I agree with that. Let me pray about how to make that happen. Mama D, contact Elder Willie, see if he can do glitter shirts. I love glitter shirts. I think they're the best. Y'all know I like being girly. We slay demons in pearls. Oh, that's a t-shirt idea. Don't y'all steal it. God ain't pleased. Sincere, write that down. We slay demons in pearls. Ah! Hashtag feminine and fierce. Yes! I fist bumped y'all a lot tonight, didn't I? We're going to do it. God is blessing Remnant Warriors Global Incorporated. I'm so grateful for y'all. I really cannot thank you enough for your support, your love, your kindness. For those of you who came, this is your first time watching. If you came from Warrior Nation, our Warrior Nation family with Kelly Lane, and you decided to join along and watch us, I appreciate that. I really, really, really appreciate that, because we are one family. We're one kingdom. We are the body of Christ. There is no, oh, that's mine and that's yours. There's so much in the kingdom. There's so much that God can bless in the kingdom that we don't have to be so territorial with thinking, oh, I have to only do this. I can't tell you how many people make t-shirts, but we all buy t-shirts. All right. Right. And Holmes, go back and catch this replay, girl. It's going to bless your bones. Okay. Oh, okay. We can do that. We can do that. Son Sarah, write this down. I'll design a t-shirt tonight and have it on the list tomorrow. Y'all come on through. Y'all don't play. That's right. Thank you, cousin. Welcome first time. We'll see you next week. God is pushing me. Look at me. I'm all the way out there now. I don't even see the shore. I don't even know what look like. I'm in the middle of the ocean. But it's amazing. And for those of you who have booked me for preaching engagements, thank you. I don't take that lightly. I have like 2 retreats to go to, like at the beach. I'm like, yes. Going to Trinidad, Tobago. I'll try to let y'all know where I'm going somewhere. Please pray for my pastor. Please pray for my pastor and his family, Lady Cheryl Maddox and Pastor Cedric Maddox, as he lost his father, transitioned home, I should say. The funeral is this Saturday, hence why I'm preaching this Sunday. And he lost his mom 2 weeks prior to, and a couple of our women who were as part of that family, Laura Simmons, that's her mom, and that's also our sister Shamidria's grandmother. So we've had some serious deaths. Oh, if y'all were praying for my uncle, if you remember, we just chatting right now, by the way. If you don't want to see this, you can log off. My uncle, who was in Panama, sick in the hospital, guess what? He's out of the hospital and feeling amazing. He's doing good, so thank you for praying for him. Also, thank you for praying for my mother-in-law. She had her last breast cancer surgery on the 25th. I spoke with her yesterday. A little rough, but she's like nothing that God can't handle. So if you want to pray for her, her name is Diane Young, and that's Diann with an E, Diane Young. Also, keep praying for my father. Y'all know he was at the conference Saturday morning. Y'all know my daddy like ran, shouted. He done got slain in the spirit. And he had been hurting and a lot of pain, and taking the chemo was like zapping him. And I went home Tuesday, and normally I know what time he takes his chemo. And I'm like, I came home, I was like, where's Daddy? Because I know he's supposed to be home. My mom, he gone, girl, he fine. Prayers for, don't let me forget for my Callie. I'll remember that. Type in your prayer requests, by the way. So my dad called me yesterday. And my dad says, baby, I didn't know how powerful you were in God to that conference. He said every pain that he had in his body is gone. His arm was giving him so much trouble. Like I bought him pain spray. He said all the pain is gone. He said, I feel great. He said, I can't explain it. I just feel so good. I said, Daddy, I really believe you shouted cancer out of your body. And y'all know that Kelly Lane's sister got completely healed of cancer. She had a breast cancer surgery yesterday, and they tested the lymph nodes, and all of them were negative. Where they do that at? Fasting and prayer? Words. Okay. Wow. He buried his mother on Monday. Oh my goodness. We will definitely pray. Women who war, when this is over, I want you to go back through and look at the comments and partner with a sister. Partner with a sister. Join her on the front line to pray for her prayer requests. And you don't have to be, intrude and ask what's going on. Just partner with her by clicking the little light, the little thumbs up, and let them know you've prayed for them. If you just do the praying emojis, that'd be good. We want to make sure that we cover each other. Okay? Y'all do pray for me. For this. And preaching Sunday. Going to class tomorrow. I had class yesterday. Ain't did not one assignment. Making all these charms. Getting a store thing. And I'm a wife. And I'm a mama. And I'm a great daughter. And I'm an auntie. And I'm a chief visionary warrior officer. And I teach Bible study. How was I going to do this and work a job? I don't know. I'm so grateful. Yes, for our sister Shonda, she buried her brother earlier this week. I heard the homecoming was amazing. He was a drummer. And listen, they sent that baby home right. I heard his homegoing service was amazing. We will, Destinies. Oh, and thank y'all for those who blessed me with birthday gifts. I was not expecting that. Lord have mercy. I got all kind of gifts. I got cards. If you did Cash App, PayPal, all that for my 40th, like literally standing in line hugging y'all, you're handing me gifts. And if you left your name and email address or your address, I handwrote your card. But if you didn't, just on behalf of me, thank you, thank you, thank you for blessing me with gifts. 40 is amazing. It's going to be one of the best decades of my life. Oh, wow. I'm looking at prayer requests, and I know I shouldn't be. Hey, Crystal. Good to see you. You can purchase the charms, Gianna, through two ways. bit.ly/warrior battle gear. If somebody would put that in there. Or AdrianYoungMinistries.org, and just click on Warriors Arise products. But let me see if I can try to type it in. Bit. Yeah, I'm just funding the kingdom because I'm putting these proceeds back into my nonprofit. Not my nonprofit, the Warrior. I got so much to share with y'all, but I got to wait and release it when God says to. But I'm so proud, godly proud of my remnant sisters who are writing books. Two of our sisters have written a book, and the pre-sale is going on for one of them. We will release that next week. So we're doing big things in the kingdom, and it's all for his glory. Can't wait to tell y'all all about that. I think I just put it in there. I hope that's the right one, Jesus. God bless your bones. Let me tell you the real, look, I'm going to say this, I'm going to shut up. Why did the Lord use, I call him my Mordecai, that's the head of Mordecai, to literally break down my little, I thought I was trying to be funny, God bless your bones. He said, Adrian, do you realize that when you say God bless your bones, I thought of the story of Elisha when he was dead and this other man died, and they threw this dead man's body on top of Elisha's bones, and the man got resurrected and came back to life. What? What? He was like, so when you say God bless your bones, you literally are we able to bring people back to life who were dead. Mind blown. You hear me? I'm like, huh? What? I thought I was just being funny. He said, no, you speaking the word. So guess what, y'all? God bless your bones. Everything that's dead in your life, I decree and declare that if God wants it to resurrect and live, it will live and not die. Dreams, visions, anything that you need resurrected in your life, relationships fully restored. I speak and say, God bless your bones. May everything that is dead in your life that comes into contact with you and your bones come to life. I got to get out of here. I love y'all. God's willing, the creek don't rise. We will see you again next Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget, order your book. As soon as you pay it, I'll try to download it. I'll try to do everything on Friday. All right? Because I once a week, I'm doing shipments. I can't, y'all. I ain't but one person. I don't have a team like that yet. Notice I said yet. It's coming. God bless your bones. We'll see you next time. We are the warriors who arise.